Every conversation in marketing right now comes back to the same thing. AI is accelerating, channels are fragmenting, audiences are harder to reach and quicker to move on. And amidst all of that noise, one question keeps coming up, and it's a simple one.
How do you build brands that last? Our next guest leads marketing at one of the largest and oldest consumer goods companies on the planet. He spent years navigating exactly this tension, combining technology, creativity, and storytelling in a way that very few have managed at this scale.
Please welcome to the stage now the Chief Brand Officer of P&G, Mark Pritchard.
All right, want to have some fun? That's the latest from our Aussie brand in the UK, and it's creativity that's just a lot of fun. It's also turning around the business, and it reflects how we feel about our creative world today. It's never been more fun to be a brand builder, with all the tools and opportunities for creativity we have at our fingertips. I'm going to share why by answering a few questions that I know are on your minds. And given the omnipresence of AI, we're going to put a robot to the test. We have prompted our own AI engine, ChatPG, with some of the big questions on your mind. It can't provide all the answers. That requires a human touch. So for today, I'll be the answer agent. Welcome, Answer Mark. I'm going to share a few thoughts as well on what robots can and can't do, and how we can use these new tools to unleash a new era of creativity. Now, hopefully these answers, along with some examples from brands leading the way, will provide you with some inspiration as you navigate the future. And I will do my level best to not hallucinate too much. First question: how is the landscape of brand building shifting, and what does it mean? Okay, Answer Mark, what do you think? There are three shifts in perpetual motion: media and content fragmentation, media and commerce convergence, the AI turbocharge, all coming together to create a new inflection point, catapulting us into the next S-curve of brand building. Hey, not bad. But let me offer some perspective based on decades of human experience that no model can generate. Let's talk about fragmentation. Think about how consumers have experienced media over time, from newspapers to radio to broadcast TV, then to cable TV. We thought cable TV was complex with hundreds of channels. Nothing compared to what's happened since. The internet, search, social media, YouTube streaming, large language models, and now Gen AI. Exponential sources of information, news, sports, entertainment, content, and ads. Now for brand building, that fragmentation makes it both challenging and exciting to create brand awareness, stay top of mind, and convert to purchase. Let's talk about commerce. Think about the history of shopping. Neighborhood stores, to general stores, to nationwide supermarket chains, to discount superstores. Then e-commerce hit. Boom, exponential change, where everything can be made available everywhere at any time. Commerce has converged with media. Consumers see something about a brand on their phone, immediately add to cart, have it at their doorstep 30 minutes. China's already there with Alibaba, Jingdong, and Douyin. India has quick commerce, where it can get you what you ordered in 9 minutes. The path to purchase is literally collapsing right in front of us. Which brings us to AI. Media fragmentation and commerce convergence were shifts that were already happening, but it got turbocharged by the ubiquity of AI, enabling consumers to have personalized experiences at every source of engagement that they choose. LLMs equip consumers with curated information to find exactly what they want. Gen AI enables tremendous creativity from every source. It enables us in entertainment and in advertising with influencers, creators, affiliates, and even consumers. And it improves shopping with agents that understand personal preferences, purchase and media behavior, and even understand your intent to provide a helping hand. These are tectonic shifts, and they're colliding for a significant transformation that is leaping us to an entirely new S-curve in brand building. Okay, that leads us to the second question. What changes and what stays the same with these shifts? Okay, what do you got for me now, Mark? Okay, hurry up. What changes is how we work to deliver the volume, velocity, and variety of brand assets needed to build brands. What stays the same are the fundamentals of brand building. Sounds like I might have actually even wrote that. Solid answer, but let me expand. We're going to start with what stays the same, the fundamentals. Brands must continue to discover relevant human insights that lead to meaningful brand ideas that come to life in brand experiences for a price that's worth it. Brands still grow by building awareness and memory, constant reminders that reinforce memory and connect to retail to enable purchase. We call this the build, remind, buy journey. We have an example from the UK, Fairy, Skip the Soak. It's a great example. Let me show you the ad we ran.
There's no peace of mind if the dishes are still soaking in the back of your mind. But with new Fairy Skip the Soak Power Spray, you can skip the soak with a quick. Just spray it on and load it in. Or just load it and spray it. The grease just melts away, and when I hand wash, a quick. And I get the power of an overnight soak in minutes. It also gives you a sparkling clean on kitchen worktops. New Fairy Skip the Soak Power Spray.
Okay, it's not going to win any Academy Awards, but it's growing double digits, so we showed it. Now let me give you the backstory. In the US, we launched an amazing dishwashing product called Dawn Power Wash. It allows people to clean as they go. And we thought, what a great idea. This should work everywhere. So we took it to the UK Fairy brand. Oops, complete rejection. Why is that? It's because in the UK, people soak their dishes to make sure they get clean. That insight led to a better brand idea with Fairy, that you can skip the soak. And it illustrates what a robot can't do. AI could have analyzed millions of data points on cleaning habits, but it would not have understood the deep-seated cultural ritual of soaking dishes in the UK. That takes human observation, empathy, and intuition to uncover an insight that meaningful and translate it into a great brand idea. The Skip the Soak brand idea was reflected everywhere the consumer experienced this brand. Drove double-digit growth, demonstrating that the fundamentals of brand building do matter. That's the creativity that technology can't replicate. It can only help us execute against it. Which is really good, because with these shifts, what does change is how we work. The build, remind, buy journey is in perpetual motion, transforming our work from a batch process with a limited number of ads to a continuous flow with a massive volume of assets with much wider variety and accelerated velocity. Now, in the old world, you may recognize what you did. You did focus groups, developed a concept, briefed the agency, waited for storyboards, made comments, revised them several times so you could go back and make some more comments, produced an ad, tested it once, tested it again, made some more revisions, edited the cut down, and eventually ran it in media to hit 80% of people 4 times a month. Then you went to the retailer and you gave them a pitch to give more shelf space and more in-aisle display because with all that advertising out there, they better stack it high and let it fly. Now this batch process was sequential and could easily take months or even a year to complete. New rules. In the new world, brand builders constantly engage with consumers. They do it in person and through technology. Insights, concepts, ideas, and content can be developed in minutes, hours, and days. Now remember though, you still need the brand's voice with a brand idea that expresses the brand's benefits, the points of performance superiority, and a trusted character. This voice matters because it provides the brand's point of view. It does it in longer form videos, so you can tell a story, build memory. It does it in shorter form social assets, so you remind people of what the brand's about. And, of course, it has a lot of content on e-commerce sites, so you can convert them to purchase. But you also need an expert's voice, so you can add credibility through influencers, celebrities, creators, professionals, and affiliates. People who actually believe in the brand enough to advocate on its behalf. Now, these experts could talk about any brand, but they choose to talk about your brand, building awareness and trust because consumers pay attention to them. And you need a lot more from the consumer's voice. This is user-generated content that comes from people experiencing your brand and feeling inspired enough to talk about it. You all know this. It's the most genuine. It's the most compelling because consumers trust other consumers more than they trust anyone. And all of these voices, the brand, the expert, and the consumer, are directly linked to retailers to close the sale and also to build memory in people's minds and in the algorithms at an exponential volume, variety, and velocity that we've never seen before. But notice what all 3 of these voices have in common. They are fundamentally human. The brand's voice requires a human insight that's translated into a creative brand idea and a trusted point of view from the heart of that brand. The expert voice runs on human credibility, and the consumer's voice is the most genuine of all because it's someone like me who I really trust. AI and algorithms can certainly amplify these voices at scale, but they really don't originate them. Old Spice is one of our favorite examples, helping men navigate the seas of manhood. The brand's voice is inspired by human insights, like the fact that every man wants to smell like a man, especially an NFL football man. That deep down men just want their own moisturizing body wash because, after all, men have skin too, and that moms wistfully lament the fact that their boys drift away from them when they transition from boys to men. Here's those ads.
Hello. Can you play in the NFL? No. But with the Old Spice NFL collection, can you smell like you play in the NFL? Yes. I'm the coach now. Old Spice makes you smell powerful enough to throw a touchdown around the planet and back to yourself. Except now the ball is signed by you, and it's worth $1 bajillion. Time out. Listen. Is that the smell of other men wearing your name on their backs? George Kittle. Yes. Touchdown. Now you smell like a football man.
Where is my Old Spice? My cologne-infused Old Spice. Go to get Old Spice.
DJ, we're leaving.
Is my Old Spice in there?
I think I'm gonna stay.
Stay, where? Here on the island?
In this tub. With my new cashmere and vanilla Old Spice.
I'm just worried that I'll never see you again.
Dad?
Boy, I'm talking to my Old Spice, not you.
It's just me and you, girl.
We belong together.
Bye, Mom.
And you know Mom's always right.
Never doubt your mother.
Why do you play with my heart? Why do you spray that Old Spice when I can't sleep
Yeah, good stuff. Great brand, growing double digits, 10 years in a row. The Old Spice brand voice is also accompanied by hundreds of experts, broad range of experts, athletes, influencers, creators. And the brand also inspires content generated from consumers. In fact, they got millions of views from the launch of a recent cereal griller body wash. Grilling is obviously a thing that guys like to do. They grill anything, including marshmallows. And it turned out in the vanilla marshmallow world, that was a big scent. And we actually created this, and the launch took off through user-generated content. I mean, who knew that men wanted to smell like a charred marshmallow? Well, some of these guys did. They got like 1 million. This guy over here got 1 million views. He dropped the F-bomb about 19 times. But he was so excited about this thing. We didn't have to even run much ads. We had, I think, one post, and then this went, and then it was 10x what we thought we were going to get. We had to actually order more stuff. But that's the kind of thing that's happening with this new landscape. It's hard work, and it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. So let's ask that question then. What's the changing landscape impact on brand builders, agencies, and retailers? I'm sure there's a lot of opinions on this answer, Mark. What say ye? Every brand builder becomes a direct-to-consumer founder with their hands on the keyboard, sprinting to engage consumers every day, leveraging the best of agency partners in a more modular approach, and operating with retailers through an integrated end-to-end ecosystem with speed. Okay, kind of a technical answer. Let me unpack that one just a little bit. Brand builders, we no longer have the luxury of weeks and months. We have to engage consumers every minute of every day with a continuous flow of creativity. Deeper partnerships with retailers at the same time. Not a leisurely walk. It is a constant marathon sprint. The Secret Deodorant team, an in-house content factory, is a shining example. The brand was declining, and it needed to accelerate fast. So through in-person engagement, as aided by our Best Insights AI agent, they explored real-life moments of sweat and uncovered a sharp human truth that I'm sure you're all realizing this week. That stress sweat smells the worst. And other people can notice it before you do. The instant you detect it, your attention shifts from the task at hand to the odor, which actually stresses you out even more and makes the sweat and the smell even worse. From that insight, they used their ChatPG idea generator to develop a big brand idea. And after a few iterations, they came up with Fresh Under Pressure, which they thought was pretty good, but they added a little human touch to it. Fresher under pressure. A stronger performance promise that when pressure mounts, you don't just stay fresh. Secret also makes you fresher. Then they did creative development. Prototyped the idea, ran some fast cycle AI testing with our AI-enabled studio so they could double the persuasion before they produced a long-form ad that they did in-house. And then they used our in-house image PG tools to create social assets at scale, like 10x the scale of what they were doing to bring Fresher Under Pressure to life. The in-house team developed creative that doubled digital commerce growth to plus 50%, and they got their total brand growth up to plus 8%, with a massive volume, variety, and velocity, all at lightning speed. The Tide team took a similar approach with Tide Evo, which is the biggest laundry launch in decades. You gotta buy this thing. Evo is unlike any other product.
What's Tide Evo?
Oh, there it is.
It's real laundry magic. Tide Evo is a new kind of laundry detergent that activates instantly, like magic, and makes clothes cleaner, fresher, and brighter. With 6 layers of cleaning power, new Tide Evo is real laundry magic.
Unlike any other product. It brings together the best of 80 years of laundry innovation with literally 100% super concentrated detergent that is spun together into a fiber tile that if you strung together those fibers, it would span 15 miles. It dissolves instantly, literally disappearing in water. There are no extra fillers, no plastic bottles. Now, the reality was, though, that the Tide brand and agency team struggled mightily to come up with an idea that was worthy of such a breakthrough until they listened to consumers from the Colorado test market. And it was right there in front of them. They were saying, this is like magic. So they explored the magic territory. You'd be surprised at how many territories of magic there are. And they did several creative sprints. And then they actually had a day where they posted an array of ideas on the wall. And they converged on one visual that started to evoke the idea. But something was still missing. And our in-house creative designers decided to just give it some air. That was the brief, give it some air. 5 minutes later, they came back with this visual, blowing the roof off the laundromat to give doing laundry a joyous breath of fresh air, leading to the world of Tide Evo Real Laundry Magic. Evo is not a gimmick or an illusion. It delivers actual results, superior cleaning and freshness. It's got this beautiful lightweight design, neatly organized into a paperboard package. You simply toss it into the machine, load in your clothes, and voila, you wash, no measuring, no mess, just like magic. The landscape shift is making every brand builder a direct-to-consumer founder with their hands right on the creative wheel. Now, for our agency partners, it's no longer a one-stop shop anymore. It's a more modular approach where we leverage each other's superpowers. We find the most valuable creative partners, or what we call MVPs, with the best skills and experiences and desire. These MVPs flow to the work, and they're indispensable in creating big brand ideas like Real Laundry Magic and sprinting with us and with our in-house team to generate the volume and variety of assets that we need to win. Also changing how we work with retailers because the path to purchase is collapsing. We're working together in a seamless end-to-end ecosystem with a significant shift to retail media. We're now co-creating ideas in really fast cycles. One retailer, for example, asked for a Super Bowl execution with multiple brands. This was mid-December for a January launch. It would have been impossible years ago. We got on a call and it used Image PG, and in 20 minutes we came up with the home gating idea, which is the tailgating idea turned into do it in your home. Executed it 6 weeks later, built a business. Another retailer wanted a national Olympic sweepstakes for the Milan Cortina Olympics, and they also wanted that in 6 weeks. We created the idea over the weekend. And we're even partnering with a grocery retailer to create an online micro-drama series called Rico's Tacos, which was just announced yesterday. Now, I could go on, but this is a fraction of what's possible when you act like a founder, continuously engage consumers, get your hands on the creative wheel, and sprint with your best partners. Which leads to another question on everyone's mind, which is, how should we use AI? Okay, Mark, what do you got for me here? Use AI tools to develop better insights and ideas, executed better and faster at a scale needed to build mass awareness, traffic, and conversion with speed and variety at a scale never before possible. Wow, okay, well that really sounds like a really good job of self-promotion on AI, but it missed one important point. AI combined with human creativity are the turbochargers of brand building transformation. A great example of this is what we did on Pantene Europe. The team started with a simple human observation that they came up during a sales call with a retailer. The idea was people use UV protection for their skin, why not for their hair? That was the creative spark. From there, AI became the rocket fuel to get ready in a few months for the summer season, few months, not a year and a half. They used an AI plus human approach. They leveraged our consumer database and AI tools to brainstorm insights and concepts in a day. They found a good one, Sun-Kissed Shield, but they added the human touch to build in the Pantene brand equity, like damage repair benefits from Provitamins, leading to the brand idea, Pantene Sun-Kissed Glow Spray for strong hair, shinier than the sun, with a package mock-up that they did the very same day. They developed prototype ads and did a one-day shoot with a real person to create a wide variety of assets across every touch point, including digital commerce and physical retail. They engaged influencers, creators, and consumers next so they could drive awareness and traffic. What they did is they leveraged the power of AI plus human creativity to create a continuous flow of insights, creation, and execution, producing 5x the volume of assets, 5x faster, 5x cheaper, and first to market with a superior product in just a few months across all of Europe. The technology didn't create the idea. It helped bring human insight to life at the speed of culture. And there's no brand that does that better than SK2. After a few years of losing sight of what consumers really wanted from the brand's essence, they returned to the power of Pitera and the amazing result that it has on skin. They brought to life the idea that SK2 gives you more youthful, bare skin, even as you age. And they actually rejected the AI fever pitch, went right at it, demonstrating that living proof doesn't need AI. They focused on the human essence of the brand, from online to physical stores to city centers. And this brand is back, growing double-digit growth 2 years in a row. Okay, next question, second to last one. All really cool, but how do you know what works? What about ROI? What creative presentation would be complete without a question about ROI? Okay, what do you got, Mark? What matters is retail sales growth. And with the convergence of media and commerce through retail media, this should finally be available. Very good. Good answer. Even a robot gets this one. It gets the benefit of converging media and commerce. We finally can get clear and a clear view on what matters, which is retail sales growth, which gives us time to spend on innovation and creativity versus wasting time debating dubious ROI measurements. This enables us to use human common sense to be able to know what works. Try something and immediately see what happens to retail sales. What a thought. Mr. Clean's a great example. Mr. Clean's one of the most recognized icons in America, but recognition wasn't cutting it. It wasn't translating to daily use anymore. So Mr. Clean decided to cash it in and decided it was time to hang up his iconic white t-shirt and retire.
After nearly 70 years,
Mr. Clean says he's retiring.
For 68 years, Mr. Clean was an icon.
He didn't just clean, he dominated the countertops.
But even icons want to be more than their work. He started to think of hanging up the white tee. Retire.
He was of retirement age. Well, I guess he's beyond retirement age. So.
Yes, the cleanest man alive walked away from it all.
Mr. Clean has announced his retirement. After a career with 0 stains on the record, he's ready for new adventures.
Say goodbye to the iconic, bald-headed man.
Mr. Clean's retiring.
He said he's retiring.
What do you mean you're retiring? The world tried to make sense of it.
You know what this means?
No.
Well, you're gonna have to be Mr. Clean.
Instacart, Pillsbury, Old Spice, just some of those wishing the legend the best.
And he did what anyone would do when they had more time on their hands. He bought his forever home in Maui, picked up a few new hobbies, but suddenly, some signs started to appear that maybe retirement wasn't going to stick, and people began to notice them. His forever home was listed on Zillow.
Mr. Clean is back.
Mr. Clean is officially coming out of retirement.
Time away from cleaning actually gave him inspiration.
Mr. Clean's Hawaii era? That's how I got my new sense.
He even had an unretirement party to bring his new product innovations to the masses. What the world didn't know is that Mr. Clean had made his way back to the lab, and the time off in retirement was actually inspiration for a whole new Mr. Clean.
He was competing in athletic competition. Now our magic erasers are more durable than before. He was spending time in the bathroom on self-care, so now we have a magic shower and tub scrubber. And he just realized, hey, I'm the greatest of all time. I gotta come back.
Age isn't a limit. It's just a number. And this timeless icon is just getting started.
Yeah, Mr. Clean, he's rocking. In fact, they had no TV advertising, very little social, and mostly just, well, a lot of social actually, and just did great work like this. And they didn't use ROI. How'd they know it worked? In 2 months, they were the #1 new item launch at a major retailer, 2x retail sales growth. Their digital commerce sales were up plus 50%. Total brand sales were up 7%. They're continuing to do this. They're using human common sense and human ideas to be able to drive the business. All right, it's really that simple. It's also why we use retail media. When we know where creative assets are run and it's directly connected to commerce and we get a sales signal, it's kind of common sense to invest there. We're no longer driving with frost on the windshield with ROI measurements, which means that we can get where we're going a lot faster. All right, final question. What's your one piece of advice for how to win in 2026 and beyond? Answer, Mark? All right, get ready for the most fun you will ever have building brands. Now that's a good answer. And the reality is I've been around for a while, maybe longer than you think. And I've never been more excited about what's ahead for our industry. This is truly a new era of creativity, unlike anything we have ever experienced. But there's one thing that I know for sure, and I really encourage you to remember. Creativity throughout time, no matter the technology, the tool, the speed, the gadgets, and the features, has and always will be a deeply human endeavor, which means it's a you endeavor. You in this audience. Robots don't build brands. You do. Robots don't have fun. People do. So let's go, because it's go time. Thank you.